Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. This is my weekly review, and it's actually one of my weekly joyous reviews I enjoy doing of Doctor Who. Well, it's not really called Doctor Who. It's called Season 13. It's very clearly Doctor Who. In my mind, it's very clear. Here, this is it. It's a book. It's been released as a book on tape on a YouTube, on the writer's YouTube channel, Alexander Lee's YouTube channel. It's called Dr. Alex. Everything is in the video notes. To my mind, this is the best Doctor Who being produced today, including Big Finish. It really is. It's absolutely fantastic. Before we get into the view, like, share, subscribe, comment, rumble. Rumble's always a good one. Like I say, comment. I think I said that already. Sign up my Substack. Substack. Freaking awesome. In the video notes, I put out a bunch of good comic books there. On Sundays, you get Ice Warriors. To Friday, which I think that when this video is going out, is going to... I'm putting out a story called Red Ghost. It's kind of a 2000 AD-ish type of film thing. Go check it out. Go check it. It's absolutely free. If you want to be super nice, sign up to my my paid one. It's $5 a month. A ton of great content there. Anyway, speaking of a ton of great content, yes, Doctor Who Season 13. What is Season 13? Alex... wasn't a great fan of the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who. I don't know what it was like before it started. I was kind of on board with it before it started. It was around episode 5 or so, well, that first year, I went, well, this is really bad. And then it just kept, to my mind, getting worse and worse and worse and worse. If you like it, God bless you. But it had this really weird effect that it just brought everything down. I think Big Finish, which I was a great supporter of, the quality, again, to my mind, absolutely plummeted, I think, to the mind of many, many people. To which Alex stepped in and said, you know what, I think I could do better. And he did. He wrote this great book called Season 12. It was essentially a Capaldi, Capaldi-led season of Doctor Who with, in like the Moffat, Rusty Davis type of look. You know, it had standalone stories, it had arc stories, and it had that brought back old enemies, had new ideas. I liked it a lot, right? I liked it a lot. It was lots of interesting different stuff there. But what I really liked about it is the characterizations. I think he nailed the Capaldi Doctor just perfectly, like absolutely perfectly, and continues to do that. I really like his take on the Capaldi Doctor. I can hear the voice, Peter Capaldi's voice in my head. So he's, through Season 12 and Season 13, he has them hooked up with Romana and K9, which gives you a feeling of the type of vibe it's going for. It's very, very, very traditional Doctor Who, right? Very, very traditional Doctor Who, which is kind of what I felt that Capaldi Doctor Who was trying to be. And again, the voice is absolutely perfect. He really, really nails everybody. So that was Season 12. Season 13, he set himself the task of doing something similar to Chris Chibnall, but, and again, I don't mean to like relentlessly rank on the Chris Chibnall era, although I have a whole channel kind of dedicated to that. But I don't want to like relentlessly rank on it. But everything that Chibnall set himself to do, making one narrative, and to my mind, again, failed absolutely horribly with it. Alex has taken on those restrictions and produced something absolutely marvelous. So Season 13 is one seamless narrative. It's got a very Robert Holmesian hammer horror feel to it, with a nice contemporary spin. Season 12 was dealing with a very Lovecraftian evil creatures from the bulk. And this one, again, it's much more, I would say, more hammer horror, Lovecraftian. We essentially, the Doctor and Romana are in this little the segment of the universe where there are aliens there who really, really like the steampunk. Essentially, they like turn of the century England, and they model their entire part of the universe on it. It's a bit of a silly concept, conceit, but it really absolutely works. So you've got this nice steampunky, more diesel punk, I think, mismatch of Sherlock Holmes, Doctor Who, Quatermass, like all Lovecraft, all these really hammer horror. They're all kind of gel together, and it comes out really, really well. But there's a ton of characters in this, because one of the criticisms is, what can Tristram do? He's got too many characters. He can't focus on anyone. They're all real characters. They're all three-dimensional. They're all rounded. They're all people you're interested in and care about. So the basic plot is the Doctor and Romana find themselves at a like a swanky dinner in a museum where there's a exposition to Cairo. That's the planet Cairo. Which is there's rum doing going on there. There's mummies and zombies afoot, and there's the evil Dr. Nagati who is somehow involved in everything, sending the Doctor on to investigate this with a extended entourage of people. With essentially, they ended up on. What is essentially the Orient Express in space? It's a spaceship that's like a was it a train? Like an intercontinental train. I would say with sleeping cars and both. So you got all that feeling going on, which I really like. They've stopped off in the planet Hungaria. They've encountered the evil Nagati more than once. There's lots of regenerated zombie animals and mummies that they're fighting. So that's basically how the whole thing's going on. So what he does in this issue is something that's, again, it's really hard to review this without comparing it to Doctor Who Flux, the Capaldi one, is answer things that were set up earlier. So something I really annoys me. They do this in Star Trek Discovery all the time. They everything is about a mic drop, like da 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 section, and you never get the payoff. It's all payoff and no build up, right? So this is payoff. We had for a build up. We had several chapters earlier. Essentially, one of the characters got embroiled with a woman of ill repute, not a lady of the night, a woman of ill repute, an entertainer who is in the thrall of the bulk entities and Dr. Nagati, and again, they're all, it's all very devil worshipy, so something, and so we have I'll say a romp, a chase on board this spaceship that heading towards the planet Cairo. Where basically the Doctor has to face a monster that was born quite literally from decisions made earlier. I don't want to heavily spoil it, because honestly most of this works because it's great character moments, right? It's all great characters, great character moments. So there's lots of really good dialogue. So it's not really spoilable. I could tell you the plot, but I'm not going to do that. The other characters they grafted on, which I really like it, which shouldn't work, but it really does, is essentially the cast of the Navy Lark. You got what's he called again? Leslie Phillips is I can't remember the name of the character, but it's clearly Leslie Phillips, which is really weird because the person who taught me. I had a remedial English teacher when I was a wee small lad next to my house, was Leslie Phillips's ex-wife, okay, who ended up killing herself by setting her house on fire when I think she lost the use of her legs. I don't know what happened, okay? I was very young, but it's a very every time he's in it, it's very weird for me because I'm like very connected to Leslie Phillips in a very macabre real way. But I do like those characters too. On the book on tape, Alex does most of the voices. He's a good performer. It already works. He's got okay. He finally I remember where she's from. He has a second voice with him, who's got a very strong non-English accent playing Romana, right? So she looks the part. She absolutely looks the part. The accent's was very jarring at first. Now I'm used to it, right? Now I'm used to it. I can never remember where she's from. And somewhere in Europe, Alex told me last week, when he said, look, you're always having trouble remembering where she's from. This is it. Romana is from Romania. Romana is from Romania. So the person playing Romana is from Romania. So she's got a very thick Romanian accent. Well, I think reasonably thick Romanian accent. And I always thought of Romana being very English. I guess it could be a joke on what London's like now. It basically, last time I was in London was about 5 years ago. I couldn't find anybody with an English accent. It was the weirdest thing. Like, not one person had an English accent. Certainly not a London accent. It was very strange. So anyway, the episode is a disturbing encounter, and I get the feeling we're about to. With the season's wrapping up now. This was episode 10. I think we got 3 more chapters to go as we're arriving on the planet Cairo. So I'm expecting some more, Egyptology, Egyptology, daring do over the next few weeks. As everything, I think, satisfyingly comes to a conclusion. But what I really like about this one, again, you set up things that you don't drop. They're not there for the shock within the moment. That these is actually a story with characters and plot threads that link together to create what we like to call a story. Something that I feel has been really missing from Doctor Who on TV. Honestly, I just find it very superior to everything that Big Finish is putting out as well. The Charlotte Pollard eventually was just released. I'm going to give that a listen today. Maybe that'll be quite good. But you can't argue with the price. It's free. It's okay. So go check it out. Go subscribe to the channel. It's really, I'm saying this every week, it's so worth your time, okay? It is so worth your time. If you miss Capaldi, this will bring it back for you. And it really genuinely does. Strong recommend. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.